Friends, we all have a simple daily routine. We take last night's leftover food in the morning or for lunch the next day, heat it up quickly on a stove or in the microwave, and eat it. We all think, the food is piping hot now, the germs are dead, and it is perfectly safe and healthy to eat. But today, I am going to change this concept of yours forever, and I want you to sit with this figure and fix it in your mind. 1 in 6. This means that 1 out of every 6 cancer cases in the world has a direct link to our diet and eating habits. This isn't just talk. Research published in a cancer journal for clinicians, confirms this. Our eating habits are the second leading cause of cancer in the world after tobacco use, and it is a cause we can easily control. Unfortunately, no one is talking about what happens at a molecular level when you take food out of the fridge and reheat it for a second time. Whether you use a microwave or put a pan on the stove, chemical reactions occur within the food that you cannot see, smell, or even taste. Yet, they form silently in your food and then enter your body. My name is Dr. William Chen. I have spent more than 15 years researching nutritional biochemistry and preventive oncology, cancer prevention. Today, I am going to place before you 4 common items that are likely in your fridge right now and that you reheat daily. These are things that are scientifically proven to turn into dangerous chemicals when reheated. Stay with me until the end of the video because the 4th item is something every gym goer, every fitness enthusiast, and every mother considers the best diet for their family. But you will be shocked to learn how dangerous it is to reheat. Before we move forward, I want you to understand what is happening through a real-life example. This isn't a case where you reheat food and get an upset stomach or food poisoning by the evening. If you have an upset stomach, you take medicine and get better. What we are talking about here is slow and cumulative damage. Think about a small drop of water falling on the wall of your house every day. Nothing will happen in 1 day or 1 month, but after 5 years, that wall will be completely rotten from the inside and collapse. Similarly, when you eat incorrectly reheated food, a small stock of toxic chemicals like free radicals, advanced glycation end products, AGs, and nitrosamines starts accumulating in your body. This silent damage continues for years, and by the time symptoms appear, diseases like cancer have already formed, which are very difficult to reverse. The World Health Organization, WHO, has declared several of these chemicals as Group 1 and Group 2A carcinogens. Group 1 means there is 100% scientific proof that they cause cancer in humans, just like cigarette smoke. And the most dangerous part? This is happening to people who aren't eating burgers, pizzas, or junk food, but home-cooked healthy food, rice, chicken, spinach, and eggs. Now you might think, Doctor, why should we believe you? There is always someone new on the internet telling you something. I am not here to sell any product or medicine. I have done an advanced fellowship in internal medicine and nutritional biochemistry. The core topic of my research has been how heat and cooking methods break down the molecules of our food and how they affect our DNA. I have reviewed hundreds of studies from top scientific journals like Food Chemistry, Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, and The Lancet Oncology to make this video so you get the pure scientific truth. The 3 basic concepts. Before discussing specific foods, understand 3 basic concepts in simple language. If you understand these, the whole video will become clear. When we cook food for the first time, everything is normal, rawness is removed, and proteins soften. But when food is kept in the fridge and reheated, 3 dangerous chemical enemies are born. Oxidation, the rusting of fats and proteins. Think of a real-life example. If you leave iron in the air and water, it gets covered in rust, right? Similarly, when the fats and proteins in our food sit in the fridge with oxygen and we then apply intense heat again, they become rusted. This creates lipid peroxides and malondialdehyde, which enter our body's cells and damage the DNA. Formation of AGEs, advanced glycation end products. You've seen that beautiful brown color and smelled that delicious aroma when we sear a steak or toast bread. This is called the Maillard reaction. But when you heat those same proteins and sugars repeatedly, this reaction goes out of control and produces AGEs. These chemicals cause permanent chronic inflammation, internal swelling in the body, which is the best environment for cancer to thrive. 1. Rice. Our first item is rice. Whether it's biryani, pulao, or dal chawal, rice is a staple in our homes. And the real joy is eating leftover rice the next day by frying it or heating it in the microwave, right? But here lies a huge biological problem. The problem is less about the heat of reheating and more about the time that passes between cooking and reheating. Raw rice contains a natural bacterium called Bacillus cereus. When you boil or cook rice, ordinary bacteria die, but the spores of Bacillus cereus are so stubborn and heat-resistant that they survive. Real life. Example. Suppose you cooked rice in the afternoon and left it in the pot on the stove or table for 2 to 3 hours to cool down. As soon as the rice reaches lukewarm or room temperature, these bacteria start multiplying rapidly and release their toxic waste inside the rice, called cereulide toxin. When you heat the rice that night or the next day, the heat might kill the bacteria, but the cereulide toxin it left behind cannot be destroyed even by microwave waves or high flames. This toxin enters the body and damages our cell's powerhouse, the mitochondria. When the cell's powerhouse is damaged, the process of a normal cell turning into a cancerous cell begins. Additionally, heating starchy foods repeatedly creates another chemical, acrylamide. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, has declared acrylamide a Group 2 a probable human carcinogen. The doctor's advice, the solution. Always cook only as much rice as you can finish at once. Eat it fresh. If there are leftovers, don't let them sit for hours in the pot. Immediately spread them on a tray or open container to cool within an hour and put them straight in the fridge. Reheat only once after taking it out of the fridge and consume it within 24 hours. Never reheat multiple times. 2. Chicken. From doctors to gym trainers, everyone says to eat lean protein, eat chicken. People often cook a whole week's worth of roast chicken or curry on Sundays and keep it in the fridge, taking a little out each day to heat in the oven. When animal muscle tissue, chicken protein, is hit with high temperatures for a second time, the protein oxidizes severely. This produces a chemical called heterocyclic amines, HCAs. In nutrition science, there is no doubt about HCAs. They are fully proven carcinogens. When this reheated chicken enters your stomach, your liver breaks it down. In this process, reactive molecules are formed that stick directly to our DNA and cause mutations. Our body has guard genes called tumor suppressor genes that stop cancer. HCAs attack these guards directly. According to a landmark study in the journal Carcinogenesis and data from the Harvard School of Public Health, people who regularly eat well-done or reheated poultry, chicken, have a much higher risk of colorectal cancer and pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers in the world, with a survival rate of only 11%. The doctor's advice. The solution. Try to eat leftover chicken cold, like in a chicken salad, a sandwich, or a cold wrap. These chemical reactions don't happen in cold chicken. If you must reheat curry, use very low heat on the stove instead of the microwave, only heating it to the point where it's edible. Do not heat it until it's boiling or sizzling. 3. Spinach, saag, beets, and celery rich in iron and magnesium. Spinach is nothing short of an elixir when eaten fresh, but when reheated, it becomes nothing short of poison. Spinach naturally contains very high amounts of nitrates. In their fresh state, they are excellent for your blood pressure and heart. But when you cook spinach or saag and keep it in the fridge, the natural bacteria present in it become active and convert these nitrates into nitrites within 24 hours. You may have heard that processed meats, like sausages, pepperoni, hot dogs, cause cancer because they contain nitrites. Do you know what happens? When you reheat day-old spinach from the fridge on high heat on the stove or in the oven, the heat causes those nitrites to react with the amino acids in the spinach to form nitrosamines. The European Food Safety Authority, EFSA, has issued official warnings against storing and reheating nitrate-rich vegetables after cooking. Nitrosamines enter our body and are a direct cause of cancers of the stomach, esophagus, food pipe, and colon. It is so sad that a person thinks they are eating the healthiest green vegetable, but because of the reheating habit, they are swallowing carcinogens. The solution? Always cook spinach and sog fresh and finish them immediately. If spinach is left over, never reheat it. Eat it cold or discard it. Eating cold spinach is 1,000 times better than eating reheated spinach. 4. Eggs. Eggs are called nature's multivitamin. Choline for the brain, lutein for the eyes, and high-class protein. But reheating hard-boiled eggs or scrambled eggs is a critical mistake. The egg yolk contains roughly 13% fat and high cholesterol. When you cook an egg for the first time, a little oxidation occurs, which the body handles easily. But when you store cooked eggs in the fridge and then reheat them at high heat in the microwave, the high temperature causes the cholesterol to oxidize into an extremely dangerous compound called oxysterols. Research and effects on the body. Scientific reviews in the Journal of Food and Chemical Toxicology state that oxysterols are genotoxic and cytotoxic to our cells. Do you understand what genotoxic means? It means a poison that enters the cell and breaks the genetic code, DNA, inside the nucleus, causing mutations. Furthermore, giving eggs intense heat in the microwave causes their proteins to cross-link abnormally, toughen, making them difficult for our digestive system to process correctly. The solution: always fry or boil eggs fresh and eat them immediately. If you have boiled eggs for meal prep, do not peel the shell and eat them cold when it's time to eat. Never make the mistake of heating them in the microwave. If a dish contains eggs and must be warmed, avoid direct flames or the microwave. Instead, use a warm water bath to gently bring it to a lukewarm temperature, ensuring the temperature does not exceed 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius. Friends, when I first read these studies in scientific journals, I wasn't scared. I was frustrated. Frustrated because all this science, these reports from the WHO and EFSA, are available in public databases. But why don't they reach ordinary kitchens and dining tables? People are not intentionally feeding poison to their children. Those millions of mothers giving reheated spinach and rice to their kids in lunchboxes the next day, those elderly people living alone who use the oven for convenience, the hostel students, and gym builders, they are all innocent because no one explained this food biochemistry to them in simple language. The purpose of this channel and this video is not to scare you away from food. Food is a blessing. Our goal is to make you smart and informed. Let's summarize our action plan in 5 simple rules. Rule of 1: cook food once and reheat it a maximum of only 1 time. Throw away what's left. Do not heat it repeatedly. Cool and store fast. Put rice in the fridge within 1 hour of cooking so bacteria can't produce toxins. Embrace the cold. Get into the habit of eating leftover chicken, hard-boiled eggs, and spinach cold, in salads and wraps. Ditch high heat. Microwaving. Use the low, gentle heat of a stove or oven instead of a microwave for meat and eggs to avoid localized hot spots and oxidation. Portion control. The best solution. Cook only as much as will be eaten in 1 meal. If there are no leftovers, the problem is gone. Now I ask you a question, and please tell me honestly in the comments, which of these 4 foods surprised you the most? Was it the rice that is reheated daily in every home? Was it the chicken, a gym favorite? Was it the spinach that everyone considers healthy? Or the eggs? Please let me know in the comments below. And if there is any other food you reheat daily and want me to research its molecular science, write that down too. I read every comment. And one last thing. Right now, think of someone you know who eats reheated leftovers every day. Your brother, sister, mother, father, or a friend in a hostel. Take just 10 seconds to share this video with them. Not to scare them, but to give them the knowledge you now have. because protecting our family and preventing cancer is a responsibility for all of us. If you liked this scientific and real talk, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you get this kind of scientific, real information every week. Take great care of yourself and your family's health. Thank you for watching. I am Dr. William Chen.